Good day everyone, this is a home gardening documentary for the problem solving workshop course at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Leonardo Coppola and I am the group leader of PL04. This group comprises of myself, Ariel McKnight, Keisha Rampasad, Andrea Prasad, Stephanie Khan and Callan Charles. I'll now hand you over to Callan who will start off our documentary.
Hello, good day and welcome to our presentation. We, the students of University of Trinidad and Tobago, enrolled in engineering programs. My colleagues and I are enrolled in a course called Problem Solving Workshop. The purpose of this project is to investigate the feasibility in the implementation of home kitchen gardens using the grow box method, and if by implementing this can result in the reduction of the food import bill of Trinidad and Tobago and also provide savings for the consumer as well. In Trinidad and Tobago, we are faced with a tight economic outlook for the short and medium term period where foreign exchange is no longer easily available. More so, the COVID-19 pandemic has severely impacted the tourism and energy sectors, and we have been facing a shortage of foreign currency as the pandemic has made these tradable currencies harder to source. With the reduction of food imports, there are possible benefits. One of the benefits would include the reduction of emissions generated from the transport of our food, which is greenhouse gases. One of our aims for this project is to introduce into communities an affordable grow box method which can encourage people in communities to eat more locally grown food. To aid with our investigation, we collected data, both qualitative and quantitative. That data was analyzed, and using results, we decided to use a specific grow box method to grow our own vegetables in our backyard. In an effort to conserve this foreign exchange, our objective is to encourage citizens to eat locally produced food and train them on how they can grow these produce, even if limited space may be a deterrent factor. At this time, my colleague Stephanie will give relevant information on Trinidad and Tobago's food import bill. Our method for this project was the grow bag method. I planted 10 cabbage plants using this method. I used potting soil mixed with rabbit manure, and some of the plants seems to be coming along fine. This plant, however, seems to have some type of deficiency, which may be magnesium deficiency, so I added some Epsom salts and water and treated this one today. There are 5 other plants, however, seem to not be coming along fine. I added 20-20-20 fertilizer, and in the next couple of days I would like to see if there's any improvement in the plants.
Good day everyone. My name is Stephanie Khan and I will be speaking on the food importation bill. A food importation bill outlines how money was allocated towards the purchasing of foreign food throughout the year by a specific country. Every year, countries import a variety of packaged goods and produce from countries outside their borders in order to provide a wide selection of food items to their citizens that may be inaccessible to a country due to season changes or lack of production within that country. While importing food can be beneficial to a country by means of providing profit and allowing citizens to access an assortment of goods, it also involves a large expenditure on behalf of the countries in order to pay for the food to be imported. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, We are known to import food from mainly the US, China, Japan, Mexico, the UK, and the list goes on. According to the most recent evaluation of the food importation bill for Trinidad and Tobago provided by the Central Statistical Office for the year 2019, Trinidad and Tobago spent approximately 5.67 billion TT dollars on imported goods. Of that, 1.1 billion TT dollars was spent on cereals, fruits, and vegetables. Trinidad and Tobago's previous Minister of Foreign Affairs, Senator the Honorable Paula Gopi-Schoon, spoke on the matter stating that shopping locally and supporting local farmers can reduce the expenditure of fresh produce. She also noted that expanding the local agriculture sector within Trinidad and Tobago will allow more local produce to be grown and sold in an effort to decrease the numbers on the importation bill, since many of the imported produce can be grown locally. We can also look back at past years where it has been proven by the UN Food and Agriculture Organization that Trinidad and Tobago has a trend of spending excessive sums of money on produce. From the statistics available for the year 2012, Trinidad and Tobago spent over 3 billion TT dollars on imported goods, where one of the largest fractions of that expenditure was spent on poultry and fresh produce. In 2015, the importation bill stated that Trinidad and Tobago spent 4.2 billion TT dollars on imported goods, where 646.8 million TT dollars was allocated towards fresh fruits and vegetables. At this period in time, the then Minister of Finance, Com Imbert, spoke on the matter stating that the decline on the agricultural production within our country needed to be reversed in order to reduce expenditure on imported food. From the period 2012 to 2021, it is clear to see that money being spent on imports within Trinidad and Tobago has been increasing, and one of the main imported food is fresh fruit and vegetables. As stated before, if we are able to expand on producing some of those imported fresh produce right here in Trinidad and Tobago in an effort to decrease the numbers on the importation bill, then why don't we? I was responsible for growing lettuce plants. Here you can see a series of photos showing the progression of the growth of the lettuce plants over a 6-week period.
A pleasant good day. My name is Kishara Bisal. Agriculture is a sector that I never found much interest into because I was never exposed to it until I was given this assignment. So basically, I belong to a family of 2 persons in a household. So we would often find ourselves just purchasing from our local supermarket or purchase fast food. Because who doesn't love fast food? But upon getting this project, I was able to unlock a new potential hobby. Yes, you heard me, a hobby. Agriculture, growing it at home was so much fun. I really did enjoy it. So basically what my group did was we first created a questionnaire for our community of Siparia. So basically we sent out a questionnaire to approximately 30 persons. So I would just give you a short preview of what the questionnaire looked like some of the questions, so on, as well as the statistics that went along with it. So like how many persons voted for certain areas. So this is the home garden questionnaire that we sent out to the members of the Siparia community, and they answered based on what their thoughts were, in what crops would they prefer to grow in a kitchen garden. So they would choose whatever they thought they would usually grow if they had to. If they would use any type of devices to water their plants, like water sprinklers, so on. The design concepts that we gave them to choose from were oil kegs, half-cut barrels, grow bags. This is where they chose grow bags as the option that they would consider doing, since they found that to be the easier method for them. We asked them if they would consider using fertilizers or any chemicals for growing of crops, since a number of farmers were found to be using a lot of chemicals in their produce while growing them. And then we asked them if they ever thought of starting a home garden, because apparently this is a question that a lot of people never thought about before in their life. So these are the questions. We asked them like how many time do they think they would spend on their home garden, how big of a home garden they would consider, and how often would you use your pesticides and so on. The pesticide is basically to keep away whatever pests or so on that the garden may attract, because usually bugs and insects are drawn towards plants. So this is a preview of the answers that we received for each question. I will scroll down to the grow bag one, where the majority chose grow bag as the option. So what build option would best suit your home garden? And as you can see, 50% of the persons chose grow bags, 42.9% chose half-cut barrels, and 7.1% chose oil kegs. So I would now like to tell you what was the process that we did in order to grow these plants. What we did was basically purchase grow bags, like these little plastic bags. It's similar to the plastic, but just the material is different. And it contains like little holes, so this allows whatever excess water in the plant, it will just basically drain out. So we purchased these bags of $1 a bag from our local agro shop, followed by we purchased plants, different types of plants. Some purchased tomatoes, some purchased lettuce, so on. I purchased okras because to me okras was quite, well, something that I would actually eat. So basically what we did, the plants were costing between 50 cents to $6. My okra plants was $5 for a seedling. Some persons may purchase the seeds alone, so the seeds will take a longer process, but it will also bear fruits at the end once taken care of. So what we did was we planted our plants using topsoil and manure. Some persons purchase manure at $20 a bag. I used normal topsoil, which allowed my plants to grow quite well. So I will just give you a look at what my plants look like. And it's actually starting to bear okras, so that is really good. So here are my okra plants. If you look closely, you can see my small little okra growing. I'm so excited, I can't wait to actually get more okras. Basically, the reason why I'm showing you how easy it is to grow a plant is because this is going to help you. This is fun. It's a lot of fun, it's relaxing. Especially if you're a type of person who is accustomed not doing stuff and just being around the house. It's a good pastime. I would highly recommend you do it. Also, it is helping lower the cost in your overall household. Who doesn't like to save money? I will now pass you on over to my fellow group member who will give you further details on this grow bag home garden project. Thank you.
Now, what is a home garden, you may ask? This is generally a small area that is set aside in your premises that is solely for agricultural use. You can create your garden however you like by whatever method you like, whether it be a half-cut barrel, some bricks you laid out on the floor, or even grow bags, which we used in this project. And it really is a cheap and easy way to live a healthy life, and it could possibly even save our foreign exchange if used on a much larger scale. In this project, the crop I used was tomatoes, and as you can see, it is coming along nicely. And these are the grow bags, and this is just one of the 4 crops I made. There are many reasons why you would even want to have a home garden in the first place, and a couple of these are: 1, because it saves you money, and who doesn't love to save money? And creating your own home garden will definitely carry down your market bill at the end of the week, because you are planting your own crops and harvesting them. This saves you money in multiple ways, like transportation. If you have to travel to the market, it saves you on that. If you have to drive to the market, it saves you gas, and we all know about the gas prices these days. And most importantly, it saves you time, and we all know time is money. Another reason is to stay healthy, and having your own home garden would definitely encourage you to eat better, because you are planting your own fruits or vegetables and eating from something you created. Nothing feels better than that. I'll now hand you over to Ariel, who will give you all a little more insight on the different crops we use in this project.
Hi, good day. I'm Ariel McKnight and I'll be telling you why we planted these crops. Before that, I will show you a short clip of the produce that I planted. Okay, so let's get into it. The crops that me and my team planted were lettuce, okra, cabbage, tomatoes, hot peppers, and herbs. These were gotten from the questionnaire that we sent out. And one of the main reasons that we planted these crops was because of its inexpensiveness. 50 cents or less actually was for each crop. So lettuce. We chose lettuce because firstly it is very easy to maintain and grows quickly with daily watering. It produces for a long time and only takes small space up in your yard. It has a lot of health benefits such as it gives you vitamin A and C. It also gives you iron. It strengthens your bone and improves eye vision. Next, we have okra. These are picked because they are low maintenance and are tolerable to heat. They grow year round and can be planted in any soil, for example, heavy clay. Um, they can be interplanted with lettuce and spring peas. You don't need many crops, you only need like 2 crops for home use. It is a very healthy source of vitamin A and C. It also contains calcium, antioxidants, proteins, fiber, and much more. Fun fact, these ripened seeds can be used for substituting coffee. All you need to do is dry and powder it. Tomatoes. These are one of our plants because it tastes better once it was plucked from the tree. It isn't as expensive in the long run compared to your bills at the end of the year. It is easy to grow and reaps nutrients such as vitamin C, potassium, vitamin K, and folate. Celery and thyme. These are our herbs. These herbs are preferred because they are low maintenance, which saves money. It merely takes about 2 to 3 weeks to produce, and planting them gives you a chance to have fresh ingredients when you make food, which will in turn make a healthier lifestyle for you and your family. These herbs are also great at interplanting with tomatoes and broccoli. Following up, we have hot peppers. These actually are picked due to their low upkeeping, which will always save money and its ease of production. It has benefits such like curing your cold and mitigating headaches. These can also be great companion plants. They can be paired with parsley and basil. Last but not least, we have cabbage. This is selected because it avoids extra spending of money in the long haul. Also, growing these at home takes away the chemical used in it when nurturing it. It is a great companion plant, which really means it could be interplanted with potato and celery. Finally, cabbage has a lot of nutrition factors. These are vitamin C, folic acid, vitamin B6, biotin, calcium, magnesium. Thank you, and now I will hand it over to Andrea Passat to give more details on this project.
Hello, my name is Andrea Passad, and I am here today to talk to you about how I develop and maintain the crops I planted. So as you can see here, I have planted 4 hot peppers. They were all placed in the grow bags. These grow bags can be bought in any agri shop. As you can see in the grow bags, there are tiny holes which allow water to seep through easily. And I placed them outside in an open environment. So the grow bags can be very convenient if you have limited space around your home. They are also very cost effective and versatile. However, they are very small in size and can only hold certain crops. As shown previously, the grow bags that I had were the largest in the shop. To maintain the plants requires little maintenance. Simply just watering the plants daily, and on a hot day watering it twice. Organic pesticide was used on my plants. I mix together in a spray bottle some eucalyptus oil and water and sprayed the roots as well as the leaves. This kept insects and bugs away from eating the leaves and roots of my plants. For future improvements, fabric grow bags can be used instead as it encourages better formed root mass and helps with nutrient uptake and the plant's overall well-being. It also has less environmental impact than that of plastic grow bags. I would also like to talk to you about plant nutrients and management. The soil I used was basically poor-mix soil, compost, and manure mixed together. The nutrients found in the soil I used were nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, magnesium, and calcium. I also use banana peels as an organic fertilizer. Banana peels contain lots of nutrients including potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, and calcium, all of which are needed for good plant growth. Soaking the banana peels allow the nutrients to leach into the water, and once it hits the soil, the roots absorb all the minerals. In terms of management, this involves watering the plants daily and making sure that they receive sufficient sunlight. Ensure that the plants are in a flat surface or in an area where they can stand without falling over. Ensure that no pests or animals can interfere with the plants and they can grow healthy.
Okay, our documentary is coming to an end now, and on behalf of this group, I would like to thank you for your time, and we would definitely encourage you to create your own home garden and see how it turns out. Thank you.